Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Time Traveler's Handbook. Today we are going to be talking about Avengers Endgame, spoilers ahead. Last time we talked about the existence of two scenarios in which our pre-existing time travel knowledge from the universe that the MCU has presented to us could end up leading to. There are two different time travel theories that both are logical conclusions of what we have already seen. The previous one was called the tree theory, which is basically that Captain America is able to travel with the navigation suit back to the Prime Universe as if he had never left that universe. The other scenario, which is what we're going to be talking about in this episode, is, of course, that he does not use the suit to travel, and he was already there in that universe. Now, you must be thinking, but doesn't that defy our rule that new universes are created with every time travel? Let me explain. Imagine this for me. Captain America travels to the past and creates a new universe, living out his days, and then he finds a way to the Avengers base to meet Falcon after the whole battle with Thanos. The Captain America that traveled from that universe travels back, creates a new universe, and repeats. And thus we have a time loop. Every time Captain America goes back to return the stones, he is traveling backwards, never to return to his original universe. He lives out his days in an alternate universe and gives the shield to an alternate universe version of Falcon. This happens infinitely in all directions, with no beginning and no end. Captain America always gets his happy ending, but at the cost of never really being in his home universe ever again. Thus, in the end, we have two plausible theories that can explain how the universe works in Avengers Endgame, and we can determine which theory is correct by applying a simple test to it. If you are in a parallel universe, and you time travel to before the first point that you traveled to there, do you end up in the past of the Prime Universe or the past of a new universe that you have created? The first option we will call the tree theory, as all of the time travel stems from one universe and everything that exists from the furthest time travel point and on is either a branch of the Prime Universe or a branch of another branch. Thus, you could always travel further to the past and still be branching off of the Prime Universe. Thus, it looks kind of like a tree. This would mean that if Captain America tried to go back to the Prime Universe with his suit, he could, but he couldn't have been in the Prime Universe the whole time. Every time he would travel back in the past of the Prime Universe, he'd create a new universe, which means that no matter what, the Prime Universe would end up without a Captain America returning to give Falcon the shield, and thus he must have gotten back some other way, such as through the Time Stone or with the help of Hank Pym. The other theory, where each individual parallel universe has a past, we can call the closed loop theory. While the tree theory will cause an infinite amount of parallel universes, the closed loop theory can possibly have a finite amount, assuming that the Captain Americas travel to other already created universes in the past, rather than branching and creating their own. Now, it's a stretch to say that Captain America knew that this would happen. So, the most likely outcome is that infinite universes are being created, but rather than creating a branch of the Prime Universe every time, we can have infinite universes running in parallel, all with unique paths and that one can travel to. This theory explains how Captain America is able to appear at the end a little better than the other theory, because it doesn't involve Cap traveling back to the Prime Universe in his old age. And this is the theory that we detailed a little bit earlier in this episode, where he was there all along and he gave his shield to an alternate version of the Falcon. So, in summary, time travel to the past is possible with the use of the quantum tunnel and the navigation suit, equipped by Pym particles. Traveling to the past creates an alternate universe, which one can travel to later using the navigation device. These new alternate universes will either have a newly created past that you can travel to, or will retain the Prime Universe as the past. As far as we know, these universes will continue on into the future, possibly ending up with the snap happening again, with this additional possibility that the Avengers use time travel to fix it again. What does this mean for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I hope it means that they utilize the infinite possibilities that come with alternate universes, primarily exploring the lives of the heroes that have died or new villains that can only happen due to the events of Endgame influencing their pasts. We'll have to stay tuned into the new Disney Plus shows and future MCU movies to see if time travel is explored even further. And wow, I wrote all of this back in the first quarter of 2020, having no idea we'd still be waiting for Black Widow. Anyways, I was ecstatic when I walked into the film for the first time, seeing Endgame, and it turned into a unique, entertaining time travel movie that I never would have expected to see out of the MCU. It's my hope that we see even more fantastic stories come from the time travel because of Endgame's success in future movies from Marvel. That concludes our series on Avengers Endgame. Tune in next time for more time travel content. Until then, as always, thank you for listening.